Have you ever wondered where those we've lost go? No, I'm not talking about people right now. I'm talking about creatures who were loyal to us, but one day it was just they disappeared. Hi guys, everyone. Today we came across a very strange hidden server in Roblox. There are no mentions about him in the top. He doesn't have a normal name, just a set of numbers in the ID. According to rumors, this card was copied from a real place. The place where a mad priest lived. They say he lost his mind after his beloved dog died. He gave up church service and started burying animals. But not just to bury, he was trying to get them back. And it seems that he has succeeded. Look at this fog. The game is literally begging me to get out, but we will go further. Listen, here are the graves. Look at the signs. Rex, Murka, Lucy. They're everywhere. The whole cemetery is covered with small mounds. But why them? Dug up? The ground is fresh, as if someone or something was getting out from inside. And here is his house. It was old, shabby, with boarded up windows. Strangely, a silhouette appeared in the window for a second. Or was it my imagination? Okay, let's try to enter through the main door. Damn, it's very dark in here. The graphics on this server are twisted somehow strangely. The flashlight barely penetrates this deep darkness. There are inverted crosses and old photographs of dogs and cats on the walls. But everyone in the photo has their eyes gouged out. The developer of this map is clearly not himself. Let's take a look at the kitchen. What's on the table? Book. The priest's diary? The text is blurry, but you can make out a couple of phrases. They come to me in my dreams. They're hungry. The earth has not accepted their flesh. They want someone else's. Guys, I'm getting uneasy. Do you hear that sound? It's like claws scratching on a parquet floor. Above, the sound is coming from the second floor. The stairs creak terribly. There's someone standing at the end of the second floor hallway. Oh my God, what is this? There is a dark silhouette of a man in a cassock, but with unnaturally long arms. Hey! He jerked violently and disappeared around the corner. He went deeper into the corridor. We need to escape from here, but the game won't let me turn around. There's no way back. The door is blocked. Look, there's a passage in the wall. It leads down somewhere. This is an underground passage. Where does it lead? This tunnel is endless. There's that screeching sound from behind again. It's coming for me. Faster! Faster! There's a light ahead. Red and blue lights. Are these stained glass windows? It looks like this underground passage led us straight to the old church. But what I see inside, it really shocks me. Guys, I got out of that tunnel and ended up inside the church. But here, everything is not as it should be. Instead of an altar, there is a huge iron cage. And inside it, empty cat carriers and leashes hanging directly from the ceiling. The atmosphere is incredibly oppressive. Empty frames hang on the walls instead of icons. And some strange, distorted crying begins to come from the speakers. It's not a human voice. It's like dozens of dogs whining at the same time. I tried to get to the exit, but the main doors of the church are boarded up with huge boards. We'll have to find another way. Look, there is a heavy iron door behind the altar, which does not fit into the interior of the church at all. It's ajar. I go inside and what kind of nonsense is this? I find myself in some kind of hospital wing. The walls are lined with old white tiles and rusty medical instruments and syringes are scattered everywhere. But the scariest thing is the smell, which can be felt even through the screen. It's the smell of formalin. It looks like we've wandered into a hospital morgue. Why would a priest need a whole morgue under a church? There are gurneys along the walls, covered with sheets. The outlines of the bodies are discernible under them, but they are too small for humans. I walk over to one of the gurneys and click to lift the sheet. Oh my God. I wish I hadn't done that. There is a Roblox, a model of some kind of mutilated creature sewn from different parts. He did experiments here. Look at these walls. The tiles are covered with brown spots, and there are deep scratches on the floor, as if someone was desperately trying to get out of here. Suddenly, a dim lamp starts flashing in the depths of the morgue corridor. One of the iron cells for storing corpses can be heard opening. The creak of metal hits my ears. Something long and shapeless begins to slowly crawl out of this darkness. We can't stay here. I run forward along the hospital corridor, turning into the first door I see, hoping to escape. I slam the morgue door behind me, breathing heavily, and turn around. What the hell is going on here? The space around me broke down again. I'm standing in the middle of a huge, completely empty supermarket. How can a hospital and a church be connected to a store? There are endless rows of shelves around, and all of them are littered with cans of pet food. But look at the labels. There's no text on them at all. Just creepy, crookedly drawn faces with human eyes that seem to be following me with their gaze. It's deathly quiet here, except for the fluorescent lights on the ceiling, which crackle and blink disgustingly. I walk along the rows and notice that there are bloody dragging marks on the floor. They lead deeper into the store, to the freezing department. All the huge refrigerators are smashed, empty inside, but on one of them lies an old, torn collar with the name of the priest. And at that moment, a grocery cart crashes down behind me, right at the end of the row. There's someone there. I turn around, and I see that same long silhouette in a cassock flash by in the dark, and it's rushing straight at me at great speed. I run without looking back, knocking down shelves. A service door with the inscription "Drainage System" is visible ahead. I fly in there, press the lever, and my character literally slides down the sloping tube. Everything is flooded with dirty, greenish water. We got into the city sewer system. The sounds here are just terrible. The echo carries the constant slap of water and some kind of strange, deep rumble. The flashlight barely illuminates these concrete vaults. I'm walking knee-deep in the water, and suddenly I notice that the same leashes and collars that we saw in the church are floating with the current. The water around begins to boil. From the darkness of the tunnel ahead comes a frenzied echo, as if a whole pack of hungry dogs is trapped underground, and they have sensed a stranger. I don't have time to think. The water behind me starts to rise sharply, lifting tons of dirt, and I'm being carried downstream, straight to the huge drain grate. I was washed towards some kind of fork, and the water flow stopped. And now I'm standing in the middle of an endless maze of rusty sewer pipes. The walls are the same here, the passages narrow, and the game begins to really put pressure on the brain. I'm trying to follow the right hand rule, but the layout of the map is constantly changing right in front of my eyes. I turn around, and there is already a blank brick wall where I was just walking. Thick steam is pouring out of the pipes in all directions, and something sticky squelches underfoot. Suddenly, the whispers from the speakers get louder. It feels like the maze itself is trying to talk to me. The sounds of footsteps double. I can clearly hear that when I stop, someone in the next tunnel takes another extra step. It's stalking me through these pipes, cutting corners. I just start running at random, turn by turn, deeper into this dampness until the tunnel abruptly ends. I step out of the tube and just freeze in place. My brain refuses to understand what I see on the screen. We are in a colossal, simply huge underground cave where there is no sun, but instead, the ceiling is studded with dim street lights. And the craziest thing is that here, deep underground, there are even rows of ordinary village houses. Exactly the same as the rectory on the surface. It looks as creepy as possible. An absolutely empty, lifeless underground village. An unnatural, dead white light is burning in the windows of these houses. I approach one of the facades. The doors are boarded up, but from inside, I can hear a dull, scratching knock on the wooden floorboards, as if someone is locked right under the floor of every house. The space seems endless. This underground street goes somewhere into the darkness. I'm walking along this empty road between houses, and the lights go out in all the buildings at the same time. Complete, ringing darkness sets in, and a growing howl begins to come from every house. In a panic, I fly into the door of one of the houses, run through the room, kick out the back door, and just walk into nowhere. There is no floor under my feet. I'm flying down into an endless black abyss. The height counter in the corner of the screen is going crazy. The wind is whistling around.